I'm 29, and it feels like I've completely destroyed the life I was meant to have. For 5 years, I was with someone who, in hindsight, was likely the best person I'll ever know. He was kind, patient, and deeply present. He found happiness in the smallest things. Making meals together, long walks, quiet evenings. I felt safe with him, understood. This year, we were finally talking seriously about moving in together. I thought he was the one I'd grow old with, but I ruined everything. I got involved with someone from work. It wasn't even about love or real desire. I still don't fully understand what drove me to do it. I told my boyfriend I needed space, and during that time, I began something with this coworker. It turned into a double life, one where both men thought they were the only one. There were times I'd cut it off, swear to myself I'd never return. But any time I felt overwhelmed, neglected, or alone, I'd go back. Eventually, I ended the affair. I deleted every message, photo, and memory tied to it. I thought I was ready to start fresh, to be loyal and honest and rebuild what I'd broken. I really believed I could change. But then one night I slipped. I sent the other man a video and my boyfriend saw it. That moment shattered everything. He ended things immediately. Since then, he's cut me off completely. We've only spoken briefly to tie up loose ends, and then silence. That silence has become the loudest part of my days. I work constantly to avoid being alone with my thoughts. I get to the office before anyone else, stay hours later than needed, and people think I'm driven. But I'm not working. I'm hiding. Therapy is the only thing I look forward to. It's where I can't escape the truth, and it's been painful. I've come to see how often I twisted things, even small things, to protect my ego. Now, I've made it a point to stop lying, even in subtle ways. Being honest, truly honest, is harder than I ever imagined. I'm living in a place I can barely afford because I made financial choices thinking we'd be sharing expenses. I wasn't supposed to be alone. I let go of so much for the life we were building, and now I'm just trying to get by. 2 months have passed since he blocked me. The ache hasn't dulled. There's no closure, no final talk, no chance to make things right. It's like he vanished, and the finality of that is something I sit with every day. My therapist doesn't let me make excuses. She had me list every reason I ever told myself to justify the affair. Reading them aloud made me feel sick. They were all shallow, manipulative attempts to dodge guilt. Excuses like, he's too busy, or I'm sad, I deserve comfort. Hearing them out loud made it clear how dishonest I'd become, even with myself. The support group I joined has been a mixed experience. Sometimes I leave feeling hopeful, seeing how others have rebuilt their lives. Other times I spiral deeper, especially when their mistakes look too much like mine. I've tried to add small, healthy things to my routine, gentle yoga, pottery classes. Anything to remind myself that I'm more than what I did, even if I don't believe it yet. Finances are tight. I've cut every luxury. No food delivery, no impulse buys. It's humbling, realizing I can't even comfortably live alone. But I deserve this part too, the consequences. I used to get defensive when I heard that phrase. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I'd argue, try to explain my reasons, pretend I was different. But now I understand why it hurt so much. It wasn't one bad night. It was a mindset, a pattern of escaping discomfort, lying to avoid guilt, choosing validation over integrity. And even now, that mindset lingers. At work, if someone casually asks about my weekend, I still catch myself wanting to smooth it over, make it sound better, more appealing. But I stop. I tell the truth, even if it's boring or uncomfortable. That, to me, is the real meaning of once a cheater. The constant temptation to take the easy road, and the hard decision to resist it. There are couples who make it through infidelity. I've read their stories, but not us. He's gone, and that's something I have to accept, not fight. It's strange, but that finality has brought clarity. I don't imagine us reconciling anymore. That chapter is over. Now all I can do is live differently. Not to win him back, but because I don't want to be that person anymore. I've stopped stalking his social media, deleted the other man's number. I avoid putting myself in situations where things can blur again. I don't go out drinking with coworkers. I don't chase compliments. These aren't big, dramatic acts of redemption. But they're the quiet proof that I'm trying. I'm not looking to date. I couldn't if I wanted to. It wouldn't be fair. Not to someone else and not to myself. I need to rebuild who I am before I let anyone close again. Right now, I'm focused on making sure that the person who betrayed someone so deeply doesn't get to keep running my life. Those old habits, those reflexes, they don't vanish overnight. I still have to catch them, correct them, and that's exhausting, but it's also necessary. Every time I pause and choose honesty over comfort, it's a small act of change. It's been over a year since the day everything collapsed. I'm still haunted by what I lost, but I've stopped pretending that healing means forgetting. It doesn't. It means learning to live with the truth and letting that truth shape something better. I may never earn forgiveness from the one I hurt, but I can learn to forgive myself not by excusing what I did, but by refusing to do it again. One moment at a time.